Hello, you're back with a single malt review on December 22. Must be time for another Drinks by the Dram Advent Whiskey.
It sure as well is. And here we are up top, the upper right quadrant. I'm going to maybe get in the cardboard. I'm going to get it out. Okay, that was one of my better ones.
Oh, it is, as always, middle of summer here in New Zealand.
Ooh, it's
Not
bad.
weather for Santa
It's
hats.
bad. The waistcoats alone are almost killing us.
Men's formal wear looks good, not great for summer.
Oof, not great for the country of New Zealand. Most of the year anyway. Goodness me. Maybe if you're in Otago, but hell's... My grandfather immigrated here with tweed. What an idiot. Should have left that back at the old country. The very idea. Anyway,
Okay, we've got quite a pale dram this time.
we sure do. I'd say that's uncoloured.
Oh, well, where, okay.
Dave's in a place?
Yeah.
You want to... Where are you, Dave?
Oh, you'll know as soon as you get even the faintest
Right.
whiff of that.
I'm sniffing, and the glass is getting closer. It's Isla. Yep.
Yep.
Actually, it was this close, and I was already near
It is
where we were.
grubby, sooty, coal smoky Isla.
That's pretty Lafroigy, actually.
Yeah.
That's surprisingly Lafroigy. All right.
Good
well,
dose of iodine.
What have we got here? Is it Lafroig? Actually, I don't... Well, if it's Lafroig, it's independent Lafroig, because Lafroig's coloured all to hell, and this isn't. So
This
it
is
kind of rules out
a
some
young whiskey, but
conventional.
it is not holding back on that peat. That's it is confrontational, indignant peat.
Okay,
I like
that is just some Lafroig ass Lafroig. There is no way. Okay. How to be clinical about this? We're in the bonus space again because it's Isla, and suddenly the hundreds of distilleries I was referring to yesterday have been constrained to just one, and then Lashig apparently every single time. But hey, we won't worry about that one. There's no way. There's no more Lashig bullets in the chamber. That's I've been already shot to death too many times by that one. They couldn't do it again. Okay, so I'm getting mega Lafroig off this. But there's a problem because I don't know of any Lafroig that is uncoloured. They're just radiantly, glowingly coloured, and this one is not. So,
I'm trying to recall if I've ever seen a boutique independent bottling of Lafroig, because if anyone was going to bottle it uncoloured, it'd be an independent bottle.
Lafroig does get out into independent bottles. Behind Colila, it's probably the one that sees the light of day the most. Actually, no, Bunnahabhain gets around quite a bit, but it doesn't do this big peaty whiskey like this as commonly, especially in independents.
Does it ever turn up in one of those kind of like, I wouldn't say unofficial, but those bottlings where they just don't
like
reveal the distillery?
a
where it's like
Finlagan scenario.
The and a the mystery Isla
I
whiskey or
don't
something.
know of one. I don't know of one where the sort of the conversation is it's probably Lafroig. I think there's what is it? Finlagan's the one that always comes to my mind, and that one's the one that's either I think people either speculate that it's Colila or speculate that it is Lagavulin, and that Lagavulin's always seemed like a bizarre pick because it's so valuable, it's such a precious thing, but people still like to say it is.
Get a little
This
water
one is
and see what it becomes.
yeah. See if we get a cloud on this one, because if this is independently bottled, it's not very strong. But then again, the boutique ones we've been having haven't been bonkers strong. They have already.
It's
been
also
down.
super young, just that lack of colour there.
Yeah.
Which is it's a choice to bottle whiskey, which is so young.
No cloud either. I think this might be blended malt. I think
That's
this might be.
That water has brought out a certain sweetness. There's some quite nice citrus, some bourbon barrel characters.
I think this might be a Scarabus
Okay.
scenario. I'm just trying to. I'm racking my brain as to whether Scarabus was a blend or it was a single. I don't think this is Scarabus because we tried that and that was a lot more in the Colila mould. And now
I wouldn't pin this down certainly, and just on my tasting as Lafroig, because there are other Isla whiskies I've had which this is evocative of.
yeah.
So I'm
processed where it's due. I think we can more than lock in malt whiskey, Scotland, and then Isla. I think is a given. I think this is my only two picks for this. It's a weird Lafroig bottled by somebody, but not at a very high strength. So it's the noise that I make about that.
It could be me,
or it could be one of these Isla blends that is Lafroig dominant. And there is so many of those these days. I honestly cannot keep up. There's like, there's so many. There's so freaking many. It could even be in elements of Isla the peat or the peated or whatever they called it.
What's the bourbon dominant Killoman? Because that's another aggressively
Mackie Bay.
peaty. Okay, no, not
Nah,
really.
this isn't remotely strong enough. Killoman wouldn't bottle
They
whiskey.
bottle it like what 50%?
Oh no, they used to. 46 now, but this is still this. I'd be very surprised if this was 46. There's also the rather. I just said it and now I've forgotten it.
Mackie Bay.
Mackie Bay, yeah. Mackie Bay has got a deeper colour. It's got just more concentration to it. It's a better whiskey, frankly.
Mm-hmm.
This is pretty. Not saying this kind of tastes a bit budget, but it tastes a bit budget. I don't know. That's what makes me think blended malt. Anyway, that's all I got.
Okay.
If you've got a specific distillery in mind, then
I don't. Sorry.
Okay, all right.
Well, we're going for Isla. You're thinking Isla blend.
I'm thinking Isla blend or Lefroy.
Oh, wait to see. It is. Hey, it's Big Pete.
Oh, Big Pete, my man. Is it the Christmas edition?
Blended malt Scotch whiskey, 46%.
Actually, I think the Christmas edition is just a change of label. It's not actually a change of whiskey. All right, well, there you go. I'll have to see what the speculation is about the makeup of Big Pete, whether people are big on the Lefroy on that or whether they think it's something else. I'm
blended
like,
malt
in the
Isla.
dark.
Dead on.
In the dark, well, I'd like to. Well, I suppose calling the brand is maybe a bit of an ask, but yeah, happy enough with that one.
Yeah.
I will have to check whether Big Pete is, whether I'm right about the Lefroy, because I'm certain getting big Lefroys in here, but otherwise, and thank you to the person that asked us to do this because it is good stuff, and we were supposed to do it before we revealed it. What do we think about this one? What do we score this one?
Oh, I'd have to cogitate more heavily on it. It's quite young. It's aggressively peaty, but not just going for novelty. Hey, look how much peat we have.
I think this one, whether this one would live and die by its price. It's very pedestrian Isla whiskey, but it's very clearly Isla whiskey.
Yeah.
So if that was what you were looking for, you would very much get it in this. And if you were paying significantly less than the more prestigious, certainly less than the single malts, I think that would just be a given for a no age statement.
But off the top of my head, I'm certain I would score that somewhere in the 80s.
It would get an 80s, but I think it might be a bit of a... might be on the lower side of the 80s for me. I think this is... it's kind of Isla, and that's it. And so long as that's what you turned up for, then you get your money's worth. If you were looking for any sort of depth or complexity, I don't know.
If they whacked some sherry matured whiskey in here or some older whiskey as well.
Yeah. Those you just named two of the most expensive things on the planet when you're dealing with Isla whiskey. So that could be difficult in terms of maintaining the price. But hey, anyway, it's not bad. It's not bad, and it's interesting to see. And yeah, we'll have to double check the Lefroy coefficient on that one. But anyway, another safe pick from us. So, see you tomorrow. Hopefully there's something wild, and hopefully there's something really wild for the last day. They should give us something good. Damn it, we deserve it. We've been working hard here, drinking in the afternoon. Right, tomorrow.